Okay, would you rather work for $500,000 a year or get $75,000 a year for free?
How involved is the job that I'll be making 500? Is it a do it 9 to 5, or am I on call all the time? Is it a very involved job?
Normalish job, like nothing crazy. There's no big catch to it.
I would take the 75 grand.
I would take the 75 grand too. I think it's because as you get older, your time becomes more valuable and you just rather have the time.
Yeah, you don't realize that as you're a young person working.
I wondered how close this was going to be. I asked the audience, so what do you think the percentage is? What percentage of people do you think put work for 500,000? What percentage do you think said take the 75,000 for free?
Well, I want to think that it would be pretty lopsided with people saying the $500,000 job. But I'm going to say it's probably pretty even.
It is actually pretty even. 56% said work for 500,000, 44% said take the 75. I think that has changed though. I think that in the last couple of years people have really started to question the value of not the value, but the idea of working all of your life and like, you know what? I'm pretty okay. I don't really need to do all this.
Sometimes managing people is not worth the hassle at all. Sometimes just staying where you're at and just making that steady salary, not having all the responsibilities, kind of awesome. And secondly, I just think that the generation after us is going to prove so many things in terms of working, like working 4-day work weeks, things that generations before us and us would have been like, wow, why didn't we stand up for that? Like, we could have done it.
I think one of the big things that's going to change in our society is that we are a society, at least in the United States, that is based around the idea of growth. We got more people, more growth, more everything. And now we're looking for the first time at a society that is not growing. And that's going to lead to fundamental changes in how we view everything. Okay, no pipe dream jobs. Not like I want to be an NFL quarterback or you want to be a professional wrestler, which is I know what's your real dream. But if you could start your life over, what job would you do? Like if you could make the same amount of money, do all the same things, like what job would you really want to do?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I mean, I'd love to be a coach, whether it be a high school coach or a college coach or something like that. A teacher. Um, I'd also love to give acting a try. Not like real acting, but bullshit acting, something like that. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you this, and I say this with love, and I'm not afraid to admit this. If I could go back and do it over again, I would not have chosen this career path. I would do something different. And I don't want that for people to think that I don't like what I'm doing now, but I definitely would try something different.
I don't know if I would change what I did, but if I had my dream, like the thing that I would really want to do would be a carpenter. Like I would love to just be outside building stuff, like working with your hands. I would love to be a carpenter. But also some of that is probably because I have no DIY, do it yourself talent whatsoever. Like you give me an IKEA desk, it's gonna be at least 2 weeks.
Jesus, man. I mean, that's actually a good question. Is on a scale from 1 to 10, with 5 being you're self sufficient at most house things like changing a light bulb, mounting a TV. Where are you on that scale?
If it's just kind of replacing stuff or simple fixes, I'm actually not that bad. Like if I've got a plumbing issue, I can usually fix that. If it's something where like I can clearly see how to take this thing apart and put it back together, then I can do it. My problem is tools and patience. And I've definitely kind of like going back to our poll question in the sense that like, look, I could spend 6 hours figuring out how to do this, or I can call someone and pay them to do it in an hour.
Well, someone near and dear to me has this motto. It's either time or money. So which one, what do you want to spend? Do you want to spend the money or do you want to spend the time doing it? Which I think is a question that you only think of as you get older.
Yeah, young me would say spend the time. Old me would say spend the money.
Yeah, I would definitely spend the money. I mean, I'm surprised you haven't brought this up yet, that I am the guy that used to pay for a lawn service.
It's ridiculous. You're not supposed to pay for it. But mow your own yard.
I do, and I love it.
You might
now.
as well
I love
let
it
another
now.
man come in and have sex with your wife. If you have lawn service, you are essentially allowing another man to have sex with your wife, metaphorically speaking.
No.
You are letting another man mow your yard.
Listen, all you men out there and women who hire people to do your lawns, don't listen to him. That's not true.
I'm sorry. I have nothing against long service professionals. I have nothing against that industry. I think that trade work generally is one of the most undervalued aspects of our society. No, I think that trade work in terms of like plumbers, electricians, those kind of jobs, like wait till that stuff breaks, and that stuff's incredibly important. But I don't think that a man should allow another man to mow his yard. It should be done by yourself. Unless it needs to be 5 acres or more.
5 acres. I mean, I would
5
say
acres.
More
mow
than
your own lawn.
Half acre would be more than enough.
I really don't have any concept of how big an acre is, to be honest with you.
I think it's a lot bigger.
Is it pretty big? That's like one of those things. Like I have no concept of how big that is. Like an acre. Like, oh, okay.
Let's just put it this way: if you put your house and my house and our combined yardage together, we still wouldn't have an acre. I don't think so.
Probably not. That's probably pretty big. Okay, 1 acre then. If you can walk across your yard in less than 5 minutes, you need to mow it.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is my official statement.
All right, you ready for some
some
rapid fire questions here? That's going to take us 20 minutes again.
Bring it, MFer.
All right, first one. I hope you've seen these incidents or it's going to make no sense, but we'll try it anyways. Okay. Storming the court during basketball games.
Necessary evil. I think that that's a necessary evil. I know some guy got hurt and it like ruined his season or something like that, but those sports only exist because of the fans. Like, to me, should that guy have gotten hurt? Absolutely not. But I think that that's a necessary evil along with sports, that you only exist because the fans are willing to pay for this, and you got to let the fans do what they want a little bit. Like, you got to acknowledge that, look, I know that you want to win. I know that you think this is all about your championship, but no, it's about making money, and you don't make money without the fans. So get over it.
Some would argue, if you haven't seen it, I suggest checking it out. It'll be a few days old by the time this comes out, but it's Duke, Wake Forest. Wake Forest upsets Duke. As Nick said, the Duke player is kind of running off the court. It almost looks like to me that he extends his arms to push somebody and then trips somebody, and then he gets run into. But regardless, I agree with you. It is a necessary evil.
I think, like, if you looked at it from a business standpoint, right, there's the cost of doing business, and there's always some things that are the cost of doing business, and I think that's the cost of doing business.
I mean, yes. Here's my 20-second thing on it. I don't know if I'm okay in any sporting event where you have, we'll say hundreds, if not almost 1,000 at times, people just randomly running onto the court when you have athletes and coaches and team personnel on the court. I mean, I just feel like you're asking for a disaster.
That's why when I hear all these people on TV complaining about this, it's like, what? You want to get thousands of people, get them super hyped up about their team, give them a bunch of alcohol, and then be surprised when this happens? Like, you called the devil. Don't be surprised when he shows up.
Yeah, praise Jesus. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost coming out.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from people about like, oh my God, these fans. I can't believe they did this. Well, I can't believe they did the thing that we wanted them to do.
All right, completely flipping the script here. Cheez Its.
Oh, I love. Go through phases. I go through phases with Cheez Its. Once a year, I'm going to go through a Cheez It phase where I'm going to try just about every flavor they have. Overall, I would say that I like them, but I'm going to choose chips over Cheez Its every time.
Okay. Well, follow-up question. What kind of Cheez Its? Is there only one kind, or are you going with like Parmesan? Are you going with Grooves, or are you just going with the originals?
I've had Grooves, and I thought that they were pretty good, but for the most part, I just want the cheesiest flavor of anything.
Okay. All right. Moving on, here's another food-related item. Boba tea.
Oh, I've started to really like it. Actually,
Okay.
I don't really like it, but I really like to take my 2 sons to go get it because they like boba tea, and it's not really that expensive. And it's like, hey, you got boba tea.
Okay.
It's like $3, and like, here you go, and then they're happy for the rest of the day.
I've never had it, but I think I'm going to try it in the next couple of weeks. I'll have to report back to you on it.
I am generally against any kind of drink that has calories in it. I just find it to be a complete waste of time, whether that be boba tea, juice, any kind of drink that has calories. Like, if I'm going to have any kind of calories, I want to fill my stomach up in a way. Like, I don't want to just drink them. I need to feel like I had them.
Let's see here.
God, I'm old.
Yeah, that was very old, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ooh.
Which you definitely sounded like an old man right there.
I just turned into like a... That was bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely...
This is why I don't want to talk about your stupid lawn.
You brought it up.
You actually brought it up, I believe.
Maybe. How important is a good pillow to you? Is it the most important piece of bedding?
I can honestly sleep on just about any pillow as long as it's not too big. I just get used to whatever I'm doing. My wife goes through pillows I swear we get a new one every damn week.
Yeah,
but I'm okay. Like, pillow's not that big of a deal to me, man. I'll sleep on a rock, to be honest with you.
No, you wouldn't. That sounds terrible.
It's actually pretty uncomfortable, honestly. But I can sleep. All I really need... Look, man, I've passed out on the floor many a time. All I need really is my own arms to lay on.
Okay. Let's see here. Cillian Murphy. He seems to be the hot actor right now.
Which one is he?
Starred in Oppenheimer. He was also in a show called Peaky Blinders.
He is one of the more distinct-looking people. That's a distinct-looking person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
I don't know. I like him in the sense that he seems to be one of those actors that, like, look, this is just my job and this is what I do, and I don't really want to deal with any of the other parts of it. Like, just show up, do the job, and go home.
There is a pretty famous clip of him at I don't know, Cannes or one of those movie festivals where you can just tell he is so annoyed for having to stop, and every 30 seconds, right cheek, left cheek, smile. He just wants to get in and start drinking shots, I think.
Well, man, that's the way to do it. It's just a job.
Just a job. Just a job. Speaking of a job, I don't know why I wrote this one down, but door greeters. How are you feeling about door greeters?
I like to be welcomed into a place. I like to be welcomed into a business. I'm going to go on a rant here now. This is my big problem with America at this point right now. Not America, actually. This is my big problem, I think, in society today, is that businesses have gone from trying to earn our business by providing us with a good service or a product. They've gone from trying to earn our business to figuring out ways to take it. And it's ruined things for us.
I mean, I agree with you. I want a store to want me, but at the same point, I'm also the person that just wants to go in and get out. I don't want to be confronted. I don't want to be talked to. I stopped going to stores like Best Buy and places like that because of all the in-store advertisement people they would have. It felt like you couldn't walk down an aisle without having someone say, "Why, hello, sir. Do you have AT&T?" Or, something like that.
You must have a much more approachable demeanor than I have, because nobody ever approaches me in places.
I get approached everywhere I go. Everything I get approached for. It's ridiculous.
No one, like, if there's one of those people that's like out on the street trying to get you for a signature or whatever, I never get approached by those people.
Yeah, I do get kind of a stink face though. Like if, for instance, if someone's coming up to me in like say a grocery store with a petition, and they want me to sign it, I'll just be like, no, not today, and then they'll go away. But yeah, I get approached all the time.
Man, I don't know if I'm jealous of you, or envious of you, or what the word is, or proud not to be you. Like, I kind of want to be approached. Like, I want somebody to ask me every once in a while. But
No,
nobody
be
ever
happy.
asks me.
Be happy you're not approached. Because the next and last topic I'm going to ask you about are these goddamn Girl Scouts selling their goddamn cookies every goddamn where.
I think that Girl Scout cookies are another necessary evil of the world. I don't want Girl Scout cookies. I don't like Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to be approached about Girl Scout cookies. I don't want to tell the Girl Scouts no. But I think it's good for the kids to be out there doing it. They just, for me, the particular lesson that they're going to learn is about how the world is a hard place and you're going to get a no.
We both know that, because everyone does this, that if you are approached by those damn girls, you're going to fold. They're only $5 a box.
Nope. I have never bought Girl Scout cookies. Never.
Never? Wow. I bought probably 5 boxes a season alone.
Wow. I've never bought them.
Well,
Never have bought Girl Scout cookies. Not when somebody, what I really annoys me is when somebody pulls that crap at work. Hey, my kid's selling cookies with. Don't bring that crap to work, man. Don't bring that to work. I don't think that there should be any kind of that activity, like funding for a birthday gift, a wedding gift, or anything like that for work. Nothing. Maybe a sympathy card if you lose a loved one, but that's the only thing that I'm willing to do. Anything else was like, man, this is a job. Don't want to do it.
Well,
Don't want to get you anything. I don't want anything from you. I want a paycheck. That's
just
it.
a job, right?
Just a job.
All right, that's all I got. What's the top 5 today?
Oh, our top 5. Top 5 flavors of Doritos. What's your number? There's a lot more than you would think.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm curious because I have no idea where you're going to go with your list, except I hope it's not the one you messaged me about the other day. My number 5, spicy sweet chili.
There are 2 flavors that I have tried recently. I just don't remember exactly which one it was. It was either spicy sweet chili or salsa verde that I did not like. I just don't remember which one it was. But I didn't like it. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Okay.
It might have been spicy sweet chili.
Well, that's a shame because it's delicious.
My number 5 is Cool Ranch.
Number 5?
Number 5, Cool Ranch.
That's
overrated the whole way around. Not that great. I mean, it's great, but it's not that great of flavor. Number 5 is Cool Ranch. I stand by it. The foot is down.
Well, not only do I have Cool Ranch on the list, but my number 4 is Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch.
They're really starting to roll out some flavors. That Flamin' Hot's a little too spicy for me. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, how much spice do you generally like?
10.
Oh, you'll go all the way, but can you eat, like, just go through a bag, like not have to take a break with something really spicy?
Not really. I mean, yeah, not really. It also depends a lot, though. There's a lot that goes into like how spicy things actually are, in addition to how spicy they can be. You know, if you've had a lot of salt, if you're drinking beer. But yeah, I mean, none of these chips that I've ever had, I've been like, damn, I can only have a couple of those.
I still get confused between the difference between medium and mild. I can never remember, is medium spicier than mild, or is mild spicier than medium?
Usually goes mild, medium, hot is the way.
To me, though, mild is medium.
No.
I've always been confused by this. I'm always like, which one's hotter, medium or mild?
It just isn't. But what's your number 4?
Spicy nacho. That's as much spice as I'm willing to go as spicy nacho.
Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to have, the original on here somewhere, but yeah, I'm fine with that. That's a good one.
I don't think spicy nacho is the original, by the way. I think that's a new flavor. I think you're thinking of nacho cheese.
Yeah, right. I mean, you have to have like a cheese flavored one.
Okay, it's your number 3.
Which I think they technically All are, but so my number 3, actually, it's a version of Doritos, brand new actually within the last couple of months, but Dynamita Chili Limon Doritos, delicious.
I don't generally like a lemon flavored anything.
It's actually lemon.
You know what that stands for, though, right? Like,
yeah, you have to say lemon. You can't say lemon. It's lemon.
It might be lime, honestly.
Lemon.
Lime.
Could be
Spanish.
I'm not sure. I failed my Spanish classes.
Oh, wait. So is it lemon or is it lime?
You put the lime in the coconut.
Is it lime or lemon? Oh, it is lime. So it is lime. That would make more sense than having lemon flavored. Okay, we were wrong. I don't generally like a lime flavored chip.
I mean, I wasn't going to correct you, but I kind of knew it was lime. No one has lemon chips, man.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very good. What's the weirdest flavor of chip you've ever had? Like, that was a weird flavor.
Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, there's a local company up here that makes some pretty like weird ones. Like, I always find like dill pickle is weird, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah. I've had ketchup flavored chips in Canada.
Okay.
I live in Seattle. Canada is close, and you've had like ketchup flavored chips. They're okay.
I've had Coney dog flavored chips. Those have been kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't really like a lot of weird flavors. Chips need to be basic flavors. My number 3 is a newer one. It's loaded taco.
Okay, that sounds good. I don't think I've had that one yet.
It's good. It's up there. I would put it up there, right? Like I said, I put it above Cool Ranch. It's a flavor that has a lot of possibilities. I don't think the other flavors that they have, like new flavors, are really going to go anywhere, but I think loaded taco is going to be here.
Yeah,
I think
like
it's going to be here to stay.
Just flipping that salad, that taco salad.
What?
My number 2 rather, just what started it all, nacho cheese.
My number 2 is also nacho cheese. I think nacho cheese is appropriate at number 2.
Oh, my number 1, what should be everybody's number 1, Cool Ranch, baby.
I just don't. I'm always like, okay, I think nacho cheese is better. My number 1 is zesty cheese, which is a flavor that I have only seen in Canada. Like I said, I live in Seattle. We go to Canada fairly frequently, and they have zesty cheese, which comes in an orange bag, and it's the best. It's the best Dorito flavor. I have no idea why they wouldn't have it in the United States.
I mean, you kind of mentioned it earlier, because companies don't care about us. If they cared about us, we'd have zesty cheese Doritos.
It's fantastic. What's I would say honorable mention, but there's a couple that we left out. Okay. Did you mention sweet and tangy barbecue?
No, because this is going to sound weird, but barbecue chips are barbecue chips. Doritos are not barbecue chips.
Right. I can agree with that. I would say barbecue chip is my least favorite flavor of chip. I generally don't like, hey, you want barbecue? Like, no, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I'm reaching for first. I'll tell you that.
I will eat them, but I also generally don't like salt and pepper vinegar or vinegar flavored.
Takes a certain occasion for me to enjoy a bag of vinegar chips.
Some other ones that got left out. Salsa verde comes in a green bag.
No, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that too. They also have spicy sweet chili. It's one of the new flavors that was like, but I don't know if it was sweet and tangy barbecue, spicy sweet chili. I think it was actually spicy sweet chili that I was like, oh, I don't like that at all.
Well, that's why it's on my top 5 list, because it's delicious.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
That's the whole thing.